Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. And in this month of March 2022, we've been working actually on learning the basic principles of Pilates. So we've covered two of those principles each class. And today I'm going to take those principles and just have you be mindful of those throughout our class today. But we're going to be focusing on yoga primarily. We'll start with a little Tai Chi Warm Up like we usually do, just to get grounded and centered. It focuses a little bit on core connection and balance. And then we're going to move into a yoga class. And with the yoga, our option is to use hand weights and create a yoga sculpt class. This entire class can be done without the use of weights. So I'm going to demonstrate some of the movements without weights and then give you the opportunity to pick your weights up and to bring those into your practice, depending on how you're feeling today. So we're going to come to a nice standing position in our basic midsection. Let's go ahead and get our music running here. So feet just a little wider than hips distance apart. And we'll focus on the breath. And the breath is one of those principles of Pilates. So you can close your eyes if you'd like and place your hands on your belly. And as you inhale, let the belly expand away from the spine, like you're filling up a balloon. And as you exhale, flatten the belly, retracting those muscles. And we're depleting all the air out of the lungs, deep into the lower belly. So inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in. Just take this at your own pace. And feel those muscles that you're using to assist the breath. So our principles of Pilates are breathing, concentration, control, centering, fluidity. So think about a fluid breath, an equal ratio breath. So you're inhaling and exhaling the same exact duration. Concentrating on that mind-body connection, the body, the brain, and the breath. Now release your hands from your belly, step your feet out into wide Wu Chi, toes turned out slightly. Then we'll just bend the right knee and come up to center. Bend the left knee and come up to center. Now a little quicker. Right, center, left, center. We'll make a little figure eight with our arms. So we go right, up, left, up, right, up, left. And my hands maybe about shoulders width apart. Nice relax through the fingers. Let's do 4 more each side. We're circling those shoulders, just warming them up. You can make these movements a little bigger if you'd like. 2 more. Last one. Now a rhythm change with the legs. We go quick, quick, hold. Other side, quick, quick, hold. And you know me well, don't you? We're going to put those figure 8 arms with this sequence. So we go quick, quick, hold. Quick, quick, hold. And I'm circling figure 8, then a soft block. Quick, quick, hold. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Everything's moving gently. Concentration, centering, control. Precision is another one of the Pilates principles. So once you learn a movement, try to bring that precision, make it a little more precise. Let's do 5 more of these. 4 more. Now as you're warming up, you're checking in. How's the body feeling today? Are there any areas of concern? You have 1 more to go. Quick, quick, and hold. Just relax those arms by your side. Take a nice inhale, stretch up. And exhale to the right side into a side stretch. Just open up the waistline. Really reaching and lengthening through the lats. And we'll inhale up the other direction. And side bend. And then 1 more breath to meet at the center. Press the palms together, draw thumbs into the heart. All right, I have the front of my mat, the top of my mat with my weights available and my small chair for balance. So you decide where you'd like the top of your mat to be. Make sure your equipment is close. You can grab them gently and easily. Make sure when you're picking up your weights that you are not bending over with straight legs. I want you to bend your knees and squat down each time you pick up those weights. So without the weights, let's start at the top of your mat. Your feet about hips distance apart or tight together. We'll inhale to sweep the arms forward, reaching up. Exhale and lower down into chair. We'll bring the palms of the hands to heart center. And again, inhale, reach up, stretch. Exhale to our chair pose. 2 more. Last one, reach. And chair. Now hold this chair pose and pulse it. Down, 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 down. So I'm not coming all the way up. We're thinking about centering, which brings everything from the core of our body. Abdominals are engaged. Good posture, precision. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up out of the legs. Take a nice big inhale, stretch. Exhale and dive down into a gentle forward bend. Soften your knees, and your option is to pick up your hand weights right here. Rise back up to a stand. Shoulder blades back. Now as we sit into chair, the arms will sweep forward into a front raise. So sitting back, we go down and up. And the arms are just coming maybe about shoulder height. Now each time you stand, retract your shoulder blades back, open up your chest. Retract back, down. If those weights are too heavy, we have a lot of options. We can sit them down on the floor and just use our arms, or we can shorten the lever by bending the elbows as those arms come forward. We have 6 more. Flowing chair pose. 5, 4. Last 3. Really strengthening the legs, the quads. 1 more. Rising up. Bring those weights right to the center of your chest. Step your right foot back, warrior 1. So I'm going to turn that foot out just slightly. Still bringing my hips and aligning them forward. Arms are by your side. Now we'll do that same front raise for the shoulders, but one arm moves at a time. So we go right arm up, and then left arm. Right, left, right, left. Just holding a strong warrior. Abdominals really engaged here. 6 more. Option, do a bicep curl if those shoulders are starting to get a little fatigued. Now raise up off that back toe a little. Lift, lower, switch, lift, lower. Now for those of you that have toe issues, you can leave this piece out. If you have a little bit of arthritis in the feet and the toes and that bothers you, just keep the foot flat. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press that heel down, hold, bring the weights back to your chest. Step the back foot forward. Bend both knees, sink down into your chair. Hold. Now with our chair pose on this round, we're going to add an overhead press. So as you rise up from chair, the arms press up and sink back down. Up and down. Option to set the weights down or leave that arm work out of the picture. Do what feels right for you. 8 more. Now these are big muscle exercises, so you should feel your heart rate coming up a little bit. 5 more to finish this set with chair pose. Nice fluid movement. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And then raise up out of your chair. Step your left foot back, warrior 1. Square your hips. Release your arms by your side. Find a nice good posture. Shoulders are back. We'll go back into our alternating front arm raise, this time starting with the left arm first. Left, right. Check and make sure those hips are squared, shoulders are squared. Back foot, the toe is turned out just a little bit, not too much. Press the heel to the floor. Option for a bicep curl here. Another great exercise as we're strengthening, holding a strong warrior. Breathing, precision and concentration. Let's lift up off the back heel. Up, down, up, down. Again, that's a layer you can leave out. That gives us a little bit of work in the calf muscle, strengthening into the feet and the ankles. 8 to finish. 7, 6. Front knee stays bent. Back leg is as straight as you can get it. 2. And 1, hold that heel down. Bring the weights back to your chest. Step that back foot forward. Sink back down into your chair. Okay, we have one more round of work with chair pose. This time we're going to bring our elbows back behind us. Hold your chair and straighten your arms and bend. So we have a tricep kickback. Straighten and bend. Extend back, retract in. So I have about a 45-degree bend from the front of my body, a nice chair position, doing these tricep exercises with control. We have 6 more to finish. Straighten and bend. 5. Isometric leg work. 4. Really slow it down, control. 3. Squeeze those arms to straight. Tighten the muscle. 2. And 1. And rise up out of your chair pose. Release your arms by your side. We're going to be balancing into Warrior 3. So you may like to have your chair available. You might also like to set your weights down if you'd like to for this. So we'll step the right foot back into little baby Warrior 1. And then finding your control and your awareness, shift your body weight forward until we can lift that back foot off the floor a little bit. Hinging forward. Soft bend in that front knee. If you want to use your chair for balance, you could set one hand weight down and tap your finger on the chair and just use one arm here for strength work. Or both arms. We'll pull the elbows up into a row. Up and down. And up and down. So depending on what your goals are here, you can just focus on the balancing, or you can set your back toe down and focus more on the weight training. Or put it all together. 4 more. Go back into your principles. Breathing. Control, concentration, precision. Ooh, one more time, pull up and down. Set that back foot back into your Warrior 1. Oh, wow. Bring the back foot and step it forward. We can shake out those legs a little bit. I'm really feeling that in that standing hip for that Warrior 3. Okay, let's see how our balance is on the other side. So step back to your Warrior 1 to prepare. Get your hips squared, choosing whether to use your weights or not. Shift your body weight forward, lift off that back leg, and we hold. Now try not to rush the weight training until you really have your balance. When you're ready, pull it up and down. It's harder for me to balance on my right leg, so this is really challenging here. Remember, you can set one weight down and use a hand on your chair or your wall. Let's get 8 more reps. Pull it up and down. 7. Nice and strong through that standing leg. Really good isometric work for your hamstrings and your glutes, your calves, your posterior chain. 4. And down. 3. 2. Last one. And set that back foot down to your Warrior 1. Ooh, I feel the burn. Step forward and shake out those legs a little bit. Very nicely done. Okay, let's step our right foot way back behind us and then turn it out and turn your body into Warrior 2. And if you need to do the other foot so that you can face your computer, that's okay too. Do the one that feels more convenient for you as we learn these movements. So I'm going to bring the weights right at my belly and then just open out into a bent arm lateral raise and back down. Shoulders are down and back. We come up and down. Now, if your weights are pretty light, or if you're not using weights at all, you can straighten your arms more. But if those weights are heavy, shorten the lever or set them down. We're going slow. And we're going to add some movement in this front leg that's bent in our warrior two. So as the elbows come up, straighten the leg and then bend it as you come down. Up and down. Up. We want to have a nice long stance for this one. So we're careful that that front knee doesn't go over your toe. Let's get 4 more on this one. Up and down. 3. Excellent. 2. And 1. Hold that warrior 2. Relax the arms in front. Now we are going to slightly hinge forward and reach down. Pull it up. So the goal is to keep your warrior 2 position intact. As we're doing a little bit of work for the back, spine is staying neutral. And for my weight training people in the crowd, this is a deadlift. 4 more. Down and up. My goal also is to give your shoulders a rest because we have the other side to do. 2. And 1. All right, let's turn and pivot on that front foot. Turn the other one out. Come into your warrior 2, but re-square your hips forward. Bend those elbows about 90 degrees. Bring them right in front of the belly. Come into your bent arm lateral raise. Up and down. Now let's put the exhalation as our arms are coming up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Light weights or no weights, arms can go longer. What we don't want to do is to lift our arms really high up like this with those weights. So let's keep it about shoulder level or a little lower. We have 6 more reps. Up and down. Controlling both directions, smooth movement, fluidity. Make sure those shoulder blades aren't hunching up as the arms lift. Keep the arms separate from the shoulder girdle movement. Last one. And let's add the legs. So straighten and bend down. Up and down. You can leave out those arms at any time if you feel fatigue. Or set the weights down and just keep moving the arms. Nice job. Really focus on your quadricep on that leg that's bending and straightening. Those 4 muscles in the front of the thigh. We have 5 to go. Excellent. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Hold your warrior 2. Your weights are right in front of your body. Keep everything from the hips down very still while we hinge forward into a deadlift. Abs are braced. Down and up. So it's really important that you don't round your back here like a cat. So you want to push your butt bones back behind you, your sitting bones. So let your pelvis tip. Let it move. 6 reps to go. Inhale down. Exhale up. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And up. Good. Now just pivot this bent foot forward so you're in both legs straight, both toes slightly turned in. Soften your knees a little bit and set your weights right down to the floor in front of you. And then we'll come right back up, shake those hands out a little bit. So without weights, we're coming into triangle. So turn your right foot out. Keep both legs pretty straight. Take those arms and lengthen. Now reach out nice and long. Let your hip kick back a little bit. The fingertips come down to support at the shin or maybe a block. And we reach the arms up toward the ceiling. Draw that upper shoulder blade back, holding this beautiful triangle pose and breathing. Now slightly grip the floor, just gently with your toes, just a little. Squeeze with both inner thighs. Firm up the midsection, that transverse abdominis. One more breath here in triangle. Then a little softness in that front knee as we come up. And then switch the feet. Front foot pivots in. That back foot pivots out. Both legs are pretty straight. Tighten these muscles of your thighs. Lengthen. Reach out nice and long. Kick this hip out a little bit. And then let your fingertip land wherever it might. So sometimes I see triangle and people want to come down and touch the floor. And then it becomes a whole different pose. It's not a forward bend. It's a side bend. So we want to open up these ribs here. Pull that top shoulder back a little bit. Now if this bothers your arm to reach up, just bring your hand to your hip. You can reach behind your back a little bit and we'll breathe. Fire up those inner thighs, the core. You can look up to the fingertips. You can keep your head neutral or you can even look down to the big toe. 2 more breaths. Last breath. And then as you come up, soften that front knee, give it a little bit of a bend, and rise up. Release those arms down. Pivot both feet forward. We'll take a wide leg forward bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften the knees and swan dive forward. Now what I really like about hand weights is you can use them like blocks. So you can pick your hand weights up and you can turn them on their ends and use them as a prop here. It's really nice if you need that. Or you might have your yoga blocks close by. Or maybe you're reaching all the way down to your mat. Just a couple more breaths here to hold. And then bring your hands right to your hips. Use the strength of the backside of your body to rise yourself back up. And then we'll walk the feet together and prepare for tree pose. So if you need a chair for tree or a wall, great. If you'd like to use your hand weights for tree, you can pick up either both or one hand weight. So just one if you're holding on to your wall or your chair. So let's stand on the right foot. Bring the left knee up slightly and rotate that knee out. You can tap your toe to the floor. You can bring it up to your ankle, to your shin. And then let's bring the weights right here at the center. So So what we're going to do is a arm overhead press. I want you to bring both hands right to your shoulder, or if you're holding onto the wall, you just have one weight, which of either hand you want to do. And we are going to press one arm up to the ceiling and back down, and then switch to the other side if you're holding both hand weights. If you're just doing one, you're just going to isolate one arm. Exhale, up. Now maybe you're not using weights and you're just holding tree with your hands at heart center. That's okay. 4 more reps. Up and down. 3. Great for balance and control. Last one. Ooh, I fell out of it just at the end. All right, release down if you need a little shake out. I really felt that in the outside of my standing leg shin. Okay, let's set it up slowly on the other side. So standing on your left foot, turn your right knee out. It's okay to do this whole sequence with your big toe on the floor. You're still working balance. Or bring it where you feel comfortable. If you used one arm and held onto your chair, then I want you to switch hands with the hand weight. When you're ready, push one arm up and the other if you have both weights. Good job. Oh, there's so much to think about just in holding tree pose on its own, but to add the arm movements is really challenging, and to add the resistance. 6 more. Up and down. Really think about lengthening your spine. Stand as tall as you can. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Ooh. And release that tree pose, release the weights down to your side, shake out those legs. Okay, we'll be coming to hands and knees, some work with the weights in spinal balance. So take some time to come on down to the floor. Bring your weights with you on either side of your mat so you have them close. I love to have padding for my knees when I'm doing hands and knees positions. And before we get started, we'll just move into cat and cow. So inhale, let the belly drop, lift the tailbone, glide the chin forward. And exhale, tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin, round your back. We'll just do a few just to mobilize the spine. It's a nice range of motion here. One more each direction with the spine. And then find a neutral spinal alignment. Now with your hands on the floor, either flat wrists or up on your knuckles, we'll take the right leg and move it back. Bring it in. Left leg, move it back. And bring it in. So we're just going to alternate just the leg. When you extend that leg, squeeze your glute. Find a good core alignment. So we can stay just with the legs moving, or we can bring this into opposition. Right leg, left arm. Left leg, right arm. Alternating sides. Super important we do this with control and centering so it comes right from strong abdominals. We're going to use the basic Pilates breathing with this. So exhale as everything is reaching out. Exhale. Then inhale to switch sides. Exhale. Let that exhalation help you brace the core. 5 more. Now this work really helps you to be stronger in your planks. So it's great work to do. 3, 2, last one, and relax. So I'm going to give you 2 choices. If you need a break for your wrists, come back into child's pose and take a recovery. If you'd like to work the upper body doing this recovery, I want you to come into a kneeling plank and do 5 chaturanga push-ups. Down and up. So you're either resting your wrists in child's pose or 5 chaturanga push-ups or anything else you want to throw in this period of time. We have 2 more push-ups. Last one. If you did the push-ups, come to child's pose just for a moment. Okay, coming back into our spinal balance now, I'm going to give you the option to take one weight and tuck it behind your right knee and squeeze it by activating your hamstring. We're going to lift that right knee off the floor. Raise it up, down, up, down. You can have a pointed foot or a flexed ankle. And your last layer here is to pick your left hand off the floor so you're in the spinal balance. Now you don't have to do this with the weight. So if that's feeling uncomfortable, set it down and just do the action. 10 more. 9. Brace that nice core control. 7, 6. Squeeze the buttocks, hamstring working. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes down, right knee comes down. Release that weight. Let's bring it over to the opposite side. Tuck it behind that left knee, give it a grip so you're activating your hamstring. And pick that knee up off the floor. Keep your pelvis level to the ground. Lift the leg up, down, up, down. Now you can go at any pace that feels comfortable for you. Last layer is to lift the right hand off the ground. I like to rotate my thumb up like I'm going to shake someone's hand. That puts the shoulder in a nice comfortable position. Squeeze that glute as you lift. Try not to let your back arch so you're pulling your abs in. You've got 10 more reps. Up, down. 9, 8. Neutral head position, good cervical alignment. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down, left knee, release the hand weight. 2 choices, come to your child's pose or tuck your toes underneath. Lift your hips, come into a downward facing dog. So you choose. I like down dog after we've done that hip lift because we can lengthen that muscle back out. Stretching through the hamstrings, stretching through the glutes. 2 more breaths wherever you're at. All right, if you're in down dog, drop those knees back down to your mat. then we are going to come to a seated position for boat pose, Navasana. Also still having our weights close by as an option to use for external workload. So with boat pose, we can keep our feet on the floor and just lean the body back and hold this right here. This is absolutely fine. Or we can practice lifting one leg up, setting it down, lifting the other leg up, setting it down, or lifting both legs up and holding our boat. So we're just going to be wherever you are today and breathe. Drop your shoulder blades back, stabilize through your abs. Just about 15 seconds remaining. You can also hold behind your legs or bring your hands down to the mat. 2 more breaths. And then release down. Rise up, allow your knees to open and stretch through to butterfly pose. So sometimes boat pose bothers the lower back because when you lift your knees up, you're activating your hip flexors and those attach back here at the lower back. So if your abs are getting tired, then your hip flexors work too hard and your lower back takes the brunt of the work. So if that starts to happen, set your feet down so you're not activating your hip flexors. So we're going to add some twisting in our boat pose. Your option is to bring your hand weights up, either one or both. Hold them right to your chest. Lean back a little. Now your feet can stay on the ground. Or you can lift one leg up when you're turning to the right, that right leg. Then you can set it down, lift the left leg up as you're turning to the left. Or hold both legs up and we'll turn and center. So a nice slow twist to the right side and to the left side. Lots of options here. You can set those weights down. Keep the breath going, the fluidity of the movement. You're looking over your shoulders, so we've got the head moving. Let's do 2 more each side. A lot of centering here, activating the abs. You get that last one to the left. We're finished. And relax. Come all the way up, set the weights down, open the knees and stretch through. And we'll transition for a nice bridge pose. So again, our hand weights are close, but we're coming onto the back for bridge. Take your time to either roll to your side and come down, or roll your back down. Now with our bridge pose, we can take our weights and place them right here at our hip creases if you'd like to use a little extra workload. So feet are about hips distance apart, and we press the hips up and down. Press up and down. You don't have to come up really high. I just want you to come up high enough that you feel those muscles in the posterior chain activating. Be sure that your knees don't splay out. You want to keep them tracking right from the front of your hips down through the middle of your feet. Exhale as you lift. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Okay, taking our hand weights, bring them up to the ceiling, parallel position. We're going to bend the elbows right down by the sides and press up and down and press up. So your option is to keep your feet on the floor here, or you can come up into a bridge as your elbows go down, and as they straighten, drop your hips. So I'm actually moving my arms and my hips the opposite direction. So as the arms come up, the hips lower. As the arms come down, the hips lift. Nice job. Keep that breath moving. We have 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And relax. Now the arms are going to open like butterfly wings for a chest fly. So we open and close. Open, close. I have a little tiny bend in my elbows. Keeping your feet on the ground is an option, or bringing your knees up to tabletop is the next option. You choose the one that works best for your body. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. 4 more. 3. 2. Last one. If your feet are up, relax them down to the floor. Relax your weights by your side. Hug your right knee into your chest. Let your left leg extend long. Nice little stretch here for the lower back. And let's circle the right ankle around. And reverse. And then we'll take the left hand and draw that right knee across the body. Extend your right arm out. Look towards your fingers for a nice twist. And then come back to the center. And set that right foot down onto the floor. Hug your left knee up into the chest. Right leg lengthens. And circle the left ankle. Reverse. With the right hand, pull that left knee across. Open your left arm out. Look toward the left hand and twist. Take some nice deep breaths. And then we'll come back to the center. Hug both knees right up into the chest. Now we're going to do some oblique work here. So I want you to bring your elbows down to the floor. We're going to let the knees drop over to the right side and come up. Let the knees drop over to the left. So you can keep your knees tucked right into your chest to do this. And it's less work on your lower back and on your core. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, bring your knees more to tabletop and drop the knees. And you don't have to go very far. keeping those shoulder blades on the mat. Now you can also set your feet down on the floor and let your knees drop over. And other side. So several options. I want you to feel comfortable in your lower back. Let's do 2 more each direction. Nice active twist. 1 more each side. And coming center, relax your feet down to the mat. We're going to come up to seated again, so you can roll to your side, or you can just grab behind your legs and rock yourself forward until you rise all the way up. So we're going to come into a Z-sit, where I have the right leg bent to the front, the left leg bent to the side. You might need to tuck your blanket or your block underneath that right hip if it's pretty low for you. So you can sit up a little higher. And we'll reach the right hand out, take a nice side stretch over. Then come up just slightly to reach up to the ceiling. And then reach that arm through, look behind you. And open it back up. Pull yourself up back to center and stretch the opposite way. So we'll do that again. Reach the right hand down. Do your side stretch first. Really reach. Come up about halfway. Inhale. Then exhale, reach through and twist. Open. And then pull yourself up and stretch the opposite direction. You've got 1 more on that side. Side stretch first, reach. Halfway up, inhale. Twist, exhale. Open, inhale. Counter stretch, exhale. And relax down. And before we switch sides, take your body straight forward over this bent knee for modified pigeon. A nice hip stretch. You can stack your hands to brace your forehead, or use your block. One more breath. And press yourself up. Take your time to switch sides, coming into your Z-sit, opposite direction. Maybe you're supporting that left hip. Reach that left hand down to the mat. Take a nice side stretch first. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, twist, reach under. Inhale, open. Exhale, counter side stretch. 2 more. Halfway up. Rotate. Inhale, open. Exhale. Now let's apply that principle of fluidity. So make this really move gracefully. Side stretch. Halfway up. Rotate. Open. Counter. And release that arm. Good. Fold forward for your modified pigeon, bringing the hands right to the front. Guide yourself down any amount that feels good for your body for that left hip today. Keep moving the breath. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. And then press into your hands. Come to a comfortable seat with a nice long spine. Just hands on your knees for grounding. Close your eyes. And we'll come back where we began our class, which was in the breath. Inhale to expand the belly forward. Exhale to retract the belly back toward the spine. And we'll blink our eyes open with a soft gaze. Take 3 breaths together. Inhale, reach. Turn the palms and exhale to shed off any stress that you have in your life now. Inhale, reach. Fill your heart with joy. Exhale. Anything you no longer need in your life. One more breath, positivity. Exhale, negativity. And we'll bring our palms together at heart center to celebrate our practice together, taking care of our spirit, mind, and body. It is my honor to guide you today, and the light and love that resides within me honors the light and love in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have a moment to join me for a quick chat, that would be great. Otherwise, I'll see you on Thursday for our last class from Central Florida. Take care, everybody.